Below. Now pop a bottle with some Martell. Now sit back and watch how my ship sails. I think I'm big now. I think I'm about to shut the whole city down. Man, y'all gon' love me when y'all hear the sound. I'm about to make it big, so how you like me now? I think I'm big now. I think I'm about to shut the whole city down. Man, they gon' love me when they hear the sound. I'm about to make it big, so how y'all like me now? I roll around feeling like a champ. I'm validated, so I don't need a stand. I'm working hard trying to reach my goals, but haters telling me that I was too old. But Kelly Ray said make your daddy proud. Now represent, cause you was only child. So now I'm focused, pedal to the metal, switching lanes, doing things, about to reach my highest level. I'm thanking God cause he knew my plan. I put my trust in him, I never trust a man. I got respect for everybody grinding. Shout out to OG Rip, this was perfect timing. What up, homie? So put your bottles up and take a sip. Now grab a mic, let's show them how to make a hit. I'm finally playing on your local station. I guess I made it big, it's a celebration. I think I'm big now. I think I'm about to shut the whole city down. Man, y'all gon' love me when y'all hear the sound. I'm about to make it big, so how you like me now? I think I'm big now. I think I'm about to shut the whole city down. Man, they gon' love me when they hear the sound. I'm about to make it big, so how y'all like me now?
Look, let's start it. I'm way too cool. I wish I would've known that when I was in school. Lack of confidence that kept me back. 4 years later, oh, I definitely got that. 2 cars, a house, and a beautiful wife. To me, these are my successes in life. Been working for my company for 7 years. Promotion every 2, yeah, real stunting's here. Check me in the city, it ain't hard to find me. Volunteer events, won't you join in the grind, beat? Make the world better, that's my goal. I really am kind, check my soul. What's my name? I'm Dario. Shout out Juicy J, I borrowed the flow. Wanna change the world? Ask me how. Come with me, let's get big now.
I think I'm big now. I think I'm about to shut the whole city down. Man, y'all gon' love me when y'all hear the sound. I'm about to make it big, so how you like me now? I think I'm big now. I think I'm about to shut the whole city down. And they gon' love me when they hear the sound. I'm about to make it big, so how y'all like me now?
Black Dog, man, look here, man. Look here, brother. I'm really enjoying what you doing, brother. I mean, you know, I don't care about the $5. I mean, not really. I mean, I do, but I don't. I just want to hang out with you, man. You know, just take this journey with you, man. You know, all over the world, man. You know, you really doing your thing, man. And I'm so proud, man. You know, so proud, man. Can I get like $2.50? Nah, I'm just saying. $1.50? Come on, man. Let's go, man. I'm out of here, man. All right, Black Dog. Black Dog, what's up, man? Here, man. Now, I've been following you for a long time, brother. And it look like you're starting to do good for yourself. You're doing good, brother. I'm proud of you, man. You finally made it, man. I think you there, you know? Yeah. I just gotta ask you one question. One question, Black Dog. You think I can get that $5 now? Know what I'm talking about?
I think I'm big now. I think I'm about to shut the whole city down. Man, y'all gon' love me when y'all hear the sound. I'm about to make it big, so how you like me now? I think I'm big now. I think I'm about to shut the whole city down. Man, they gon' love me when they hear the sound. I'm about to make it big, so how y'all like me now? Man, I'm sipping on this Long Island. Just wishing I was somewhere laying on an island. I'm feeling good rolling through the hood. My city loving me just like I knew they would. It took some time, but now I'm on top. I'm steady making moves cause I can't stop. So when you see me, give me my prop. Before I say the word and your career stop. Now every day is like a celebration. Remind me of the hard times we was facing. When I was young, I always had this dream to make it big and be up on a winning team. Okay. I get respect from everywhere I go. From 70 up top to 85 below. Now pop a bottle of some Martell. Now sit back and watch how my ship sails. I think I'm big now. I think I'm about to shut the whole city down. Man, y'all gon' love me when y'all hear the sound. I'm about to make it big, so how you like me now? I think I'm big now. I think I'm about to shut the whole city down. Man, they gon' love me when they hear the sound. I'm about to make it big, so how y'all like me now? I roll around feeling like a champ. I'm validated, so I don't need a stand.
And we're back. Welcome back, radio listeners. This is another episode of Radio Dario. Welcome into episode 19. Glad to be back. Glad to be back live on a Tuesday. We've had a little bit of a hiatus, but we are back. Let me know if you can hear me. Everybody put ones in the chat if you can hear me. Put ones in the chat if you can hear me. Can I get ones in the chat if you can hear me? Yes, sir. Been a minute. All right, right on. Looks like you guys can hear me. That's good. I like that. Let's see if we can get this thing back rocking and rolling. There we go. All right. Yes, it's been a minute since we've gone live on a Tuesday, but I'm very excited to be back. We got a couple of things that we're going to be doing different. We have segment rollouts that we're going to be doing here. As you can see, we have our first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter topics, as we much did in the past. We also have an overtime topic. But one thing we're going to be doing different is we're going to be sticking with this theme for each quarter. So first quarter, we're going to start off with a fair or foul. Second quarter, we're going to roll in the game picks, which we're going to be picking that Super Bowl, yo. And then third quarter, we have Who That? And then fourth quarter is a buzzer beater. And OT, overtime, is going to be Dario's scenarios. So for this episode, we are going to be doing everything strictly here from this page. In the future, hopefully we'll be able to have some more graphics, be able to jump into those different graphics as we go on to each topic. But I'm very excited to go ahead and get going on this episode here. We're going to jump into fair versus foul. Go ahead and start the timer so we ain't carrying on too long. And as always, guys, feel free to jump in and ask questions, be a part of the show. I don't know how to do this. I'm looking for a moderator, a mod on Tuesdays to put in polls for me. So some of the things with some of these games I want you guys to participate in, I'm going to have somebody drop a poll. So as we go into the fair or foul, we'll go into the fair or foul topics. And I want you guys to say if it's fair or foul as well, to vote on it in the poll. I don't know how to drop the poll, but that'll be well, actually, let me try something here. Oh, I do know how to drop a poll. Okay, let's try this out. Can I change this? Oh, I can. Give me 1 second, guys. We're learning things. I ain't start my clock yet. This is interesting. I'll just do this next time. Okay. All right. All right, I just dropped the poll there. Let's go ahead and get this going. This is interesting. I want to see what you guys come back, fair or foul on that topic. And you'll be able to see some of the other ones as we go into it. But we're going to start off Ja Morant laser drama. For those of you that don't know, Ja Morant is in the news for after the Pacers game, his friend pointed a laser beam out of the car at Pacers players. If you've seen Undisputed, Shannon Sharp was very vocal in saying, Ja Morant, you are not a gangster. You need to quit trying to come off that way. You wasn't raised that way. And very, very just ultimately disappointed with how Ja Morant just is constantly getting caught up in these. I mean, even if you look at the Lakers where the whole Grizzlies team acted like they were going to actually fight Shannon Sharp. So there's just a lot of drama around Ja Morant. But I want to know what you guys think. Is it fair or foul for the heat that Ja Morant is getting due to the laser incident that it was actually his friend that put it in there? I'm gonna say it's fair. I'm gonna say it's fair that he's getting heat for it, because a lot of people, the company you keep is on you. I mean, that's just what it is. The company you keep is on you. That's your friend. Your friend's got to know better not to do that, because he can mess up your whole entire operation of what you got going on in the NBA and with your career. And most times your friends are probably reaping benefits from it as well. Looks like we got 100% foul on here. Well, I guess it all depends on how you read the question. Is it foul, the drama that he's getting? But yeah, it is foul. He shouldn't have did it. But I think it's fair for the criticism that he's getting. I should have worded that a little bit better. Let's go ahead and start another poll. We got 20%. Okay, we got 20% fair, 80% foul. How do I start another poll? Interesting. I'm just learning out these features here, guys, so be patient with me. Let's see. How do I start another poll? Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Crap. We got 67%. How do I do another one now? I guess I gotta end this one. If you haven't voted, you out. You just missed the chance, because we're about to start another one. I guess I can only do one at a time, which is pretty lame. Oh, I spelled LeBron James wrong down there in the bottom. I just noticed that. But let's go. Kyrie trade request. Was it fair or was it foul? We'll get quicker at this, guys. All right, I dropped it in there. You guys go ahead and hit it up. Was Kyrie's trade request fair or foul? For me, let me go ahead and paint the whole picture there. So Kyrie came into this year wanting to get a larger contract with the Nets. They didn't want to give him the larger contract. I mean, with last year, him missing most of the season because he wouldn't get a COVID vaccine. Going into this year, they still don't want to really give him that contract extension because there's been a lot of drama surrounding Kyrie. There's been a lot of drama around Kyrie just in general and period. And I can understand why they don't want to give him that contract. But him going to the Mavs and being traded there, I don't know that his issue has been solved. I think he's still... I think being that the owner is foul. Did that pop up for you guys? I don't think it did, because I messed it up. I'm messing stuff up, guys. Let me see if I can fix that. But I think it's foul. I think it's foul. I feel like Kyrie should have finished out the year and continued to prove that he learns. I mean, like, there's a reason why nobody wants to give you a contract at this point. And I don't think none of that has changed. And if anything, you requesting a trade just brings further concern in regards to that. So I'm going with foul there as well, which it looks like the majority said is fair. Man, it's kind of hard to see this stuff. I have to move this over. Interesting. We're all over the place there. Okay, let's see. And then the final poll here. I know we missed time, but I'm fumbling around with this stuff, so I'm giving myself a little bit of extra time. We call it a timeout. All right, and let's get this last one in there. Let's get this poll going. Fair or foul? Is LeBron James the GOAT? Him, you know, approaching being the all-time leading scorer. Is he the GOAT? Is LeBron James officially the GOAT with him about to break? I mean, he's what, 27 points away? So he's 27 points away. Oh, 27. I said 20. 37 points away. Is he the GOAT? We got some takes in there. Foul. Hell no. I give you my take. I do feel like LeBron James is not the GOAT. When it comes down to just GOAT status, I feel like a lot of it is just wrapped up in mentality. And I've said it for a long time that LeBron James lacks some of that mentality, that killer instinct that you see from your Kobe Bryants and your Michael Jordans. I mean, I even got to give credit to Kobe, because I didn't like him a long time in my tenure of watching basketball. Dude had that killer mentality that I have yet to see out of LeBron. My uncle mentions a lot of time that he's waiting to see a killer mentality out of people, as such you would see out of Jordan. Not mine. So looks like we're in agreement there. He should break the record with a sky hook. That would be a classic right there. If he broke the record with a sky hook, be a little jab at Kareem. He don't have the killer mentality. That's the same thing I was saying, Sue. But if I go off of this, I'm gonna try to do something different with this. So like our fair foul segments, I want to see where I land versus where the majority lands. It looks like we were on the same page on two of them and weren't on the same page on one of them. So I'm gonna give some points to myself there for being on the same page with the majority, but I'm gonna go a point to the away team because we didn't land on the same. So just another way we can go ahead and score points. So let's go on to topic. Let's see here. Let's get that out of here. Let's go on to topic 2, game picks. So for game picks, let's see. We have the obvious game that we gotta pick here. We have, hey, let's cue some images here. We have the Chiefs versus the Eagles. Oh, we got some going back to Kyrie. I don't know how him and Luka will mesh well together. Although Luka does need the help. Yeah, I don't look, they're gonna have a crazy offense, but I don't know that Kyrie was the pair mate that Luka needed. So let's go ahead and take off on this. We're gonna give ourselves 3 minutes, give us some time back since I ran a little long on that last segment, fair or foul. Let's go. So I want to recap the games from last week. If anybody's seen any of my posts that I did outside of the live viewing, you would see that I picked the Chiefs and the Eagles to win. So I got both of those games right. So let's go ahead and give ourselves some points for that. So 26 points for the home team. And I want to say this, my overall playoff record, I finished 9-3 without counting the Super Bowl game. Let's just go and dive into this a little bit. We have a couple of storylines here. You got the Kelsey Bowl, Travis Kelsey, tight end for the Chiefs, and Jason Kelsey, center for the Eagles. You have Andy Reid ties there. Andy Reid being the head coach of the Chiefs and also was the head coach of the Eagles for a long time. You have the coach for the Eagles, Sirianni, who had coached on the Chiefs coaching staff, I believe back when Todd Haley was the coach, which I don't know if you guys remember the Todd Haley days at all, but kind of crazy. Kyrie's career is in his own hands. I agree with that. Kyrie got all the talent in the world. But for the Chiefs and Eagles, you got two teams playing really, really great. I seen a statistic that showed that we were pretty much even on scoring and record and everything going into this game. But if I'm being honest, the Eagles have an incredible defensive line, getting the most pressure on the season than any other team in the league. They have an incredible running game. They have multiple receivers. Jason Kelsey calls them Batman and Skinny Batman. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You have incredible defensive back play. I mean, the Eagles are a well-rounded team, and you have a quarterback that seems to be playing some of the best football of his career and not turning the football over and protecting it and playing clean games. And he's also mobile as well, that adds a completely different dynamic to their team. It almost looks like it's set up for that team to do really well. But we got Pat Mahomes. We have Pat Mahomes. Even in our Super Bowl that we lost to the Buccaneers, Pat Mahomes gave us an opportunity to win that game. If receivers would have caught the ball on some of those amazing throws that he made, we could be looking at talking about this is his third championship ring. And obviously I'm a homer, so I'm going with the Chiefs to win this game. And we'll touch on that a little bit more later since we're running out of time. We'll touch on that a little bit later. Let's see. I can't remember a team that was stacked as the Eagles are right now. I mean, they have a really, really great team on paper. I mean, even their linebackers. I left out their linebackers. Their linebackers good. Their running game is one of the best in the league. They have a really, 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 really great team. But as I said once before, we have Pat Mahomes. So this next segment, I want to play this game, Who Dat? So we're gonna try to use this chat function again here. Let's see. Let's get this set up. I'm gonna give y'all 2 minutes to try to guess who I'm talking about here. 34-14 Chiefs. Hey, I would love a score like that. Let's see. Let's see. Let's end that poll. Okay, let's start. I don't know what this is gonna do, so we just playing around and trying to learn some things here. So for this Who Dat section, I'm gonna give you some statistics, And I want to see if you guys can guess who the player is, who that player is. I'm gonna make it a little difficult on y'all, so I'm gonna throw 2 players at you, and I'm gonna just start throwing the stats out and see if y'all can piece together who that player is. So we'll see what that does. This is my first time using this Q&A function, but we'll see what's up. So let's go ahead and cue this. All right. So who that player? So for our first player, this individual is averaging 30.8 points per game, and this is basketball, NBA for you guys. This player is averaging 30 point, and answer in the who that section, who you think it is. 30.8 points per game, 4 rebounds, 7.2 assists a game. That's player 1 statistics. Player 2 statistic is 30.8 points per game, so identical points per game, 4.7 rebounds per game, and 5.6 assists per game. So we're gonna start the clock. Go ahead. Let's play Who Dat. Who that player? See how many guesses we get in there. Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that player? I guess next time I should probably put the stats in that Who Dat section so that you guys have it to review. I wonder, can I edit it? No. I can't edit it, can I? It's okay. Who that player? Who been keeping up with basketball this year? Player 1, 30.8 points per game, 4 rebounds, 7.2 assists. Player 2, 30.8 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, and 5.6 assists per game. Who that? Who that player? I need to use a lifeline. Any guesses? Any guesses? I probably should mention, if anybody gets both guesses right, I'm going to be giving out Luka 1, LeBron 2, Giannis, hashtag lifeline. I probably, Luka and Brandon Ingram. I probably should do like a gift card. I should probably like do like, I don't know, like maybe give out like some Chiefs apparel or something like that when I do this Who That game. A giveaway, weekly giveaway. I don't know. We'll see. But let's see, Luka and Brandon Ingram. We getting a lot of let's call mine. Hold on. 30.8 points per game, 4 rebounds, 7.2 assists is player 1. Player 2, 30.8 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, 5.6 assists, and we are out of time. So we're going to go ahead and reveal player 1. That, remember, that is the 30.8 points per game, 4 rebounds a game, and 7.2 assists. Player 1 is Damian Lillard. Dame time. Player 1 is Damian Lillard. And for player 2, averaging 30.8 points per game as well, 4.7 rebounds and 5.6 assists, is SGA. SGA is player 2, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So those are your Who Dat players. Damian Lillard and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Want to just throw some love to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander making his first All-Star game this year. Definitely a player on the rise. Keep a lookout for him throughout the rest of the season. Let's go ahead and start clearing our screen so we can jump into that. Buzzer beater, which is a new game as well. So let's go ahead and clear the screen. Clear some of this. Where? Oh, there it is. We are clearing the screen. We're going to jump into this buzzer beater. So, I'm going to give myself 1 minute for quarter 4. I get 1 minute to go through all of these topics on the buzzer beater. We're going to start the clock. And then I'm going to go. If I beat the time, I get a point. Oh, speaking of which, I should give myself a point since none of y'all got the players that I'm gonna give myself 2 points since none of y'all got the players that I selected for who that. But we're gonna start the clock. We're gonna try to get through all the topics. So let's go. Let's knock out this buzzer beater. All right. Oh shoot, the clock started. Where my stuff at? I might need to do a redo. It's okay. I'm clutch. Okay. Were there too many draft picks for Sean Payton? I'm going to say yes. You gave up a first round and a second round, I believe, for a coach. Somebody double check me on that. Discount double check me on that. Make sure I'm giving accurate information. I don't want to be a liar out here, but I think you gave too much for Sean Payton. And I'll go with a little bit more of that a little bit later. Tom Brady, the GOAT. Absolutely, Tom Brady is the GOAT at this point in his career. Going into retirement, going into the booth. I think he's going to make just as much money as he did in his career. Will LeBron break the record versus OKC? No, he will not. Super Bowl under over 60 points. It is going to be under 60 points. Was Chris Brown snubbed at the Grammys? I don't even watch the Grammys, so I'm going to say no. So, hey, we got through the topic before the buzzer beat. So, I'm going to go ahead and give myself a point for that. Get through those topics on the buzzer beater. Everybody fact check me on that. If I end up getting something wrong, please let me know. I will deduct points away from myself for inaccurate information. All right, that's the fun of the game of the buzzer beater. Trying to get through those topics in time while also still remaining accurate with the information that we're giving. All right, let's see here. I guess I never ended that. We can end that Q&A. All right, and for overtime topic, we are gonna do Dario's scenarios. And for today's Dario scenario, we are going to talk about Sean Payton. Welcome to Broncos country. Let's move him out the way. He in my face. Can I put him behind me? Let's see. We gotta find somewhere else for you. I don't like you in my face, bro. Yeah, let's move you over here. I think we get the picture. We pass all that. How he don't know who Robert Glasper is? I don't know who Robert Glasper is either, but that's on me. Okay. Let's ride, right? So, let me talk about this. Welcoming Sean Payton as the Broncos head coach. What is that going to do for the Broncos season next year? I know they're really excited about getting a new head coach, having an opportunity to finally beat the Chiefs. I can't even remember the stat off the top of my head right now, but I think it's been like 4 or 5 years since they beat us, something along those lines. Can Sean Payton turn all of that around with Russell Wilson? This is my predictions for next year. Early predictions for next year. Russell Wilson will throw for 4,200 yards. I think he's going to break 4,000 yards this year. I think he is going to run the ball a little bit. I think he's going to be mobile. But I don't think he's going to rush for like 700 yards or anything like that. I think he'll rush for like 400, 450 yards. He'll be mobile again, which made him so effective in the past. But I don't think they're going to beat us. I think they're good for third in the AFC West. I think this move made them good for third in the AFC West. And who do I put them over? The Raiders right now because they don't have a quarterback. depending on how this draft shakes up and who they get at quarterback, the Broncos can still end up being last next year. And that's where I honestly stand on it. Sean Payton, if you were really that big of a deal as a head coach, if you were really that guy, you would still be with the Saints. I feel like because Drew Brees left and you left. You didn't want to deal with the rebuild. I mean, the Saints still had quality players on their team. You just didn't want to deal with the quarterback that they had. And if you believe Russell Wilson is the guy, you know what? I know what it was. It was that checkbook that they put in front of your face because they gave you way too much money too. You're not Andy Reid. All right, hold on. Let's get caught up with the chat. We got stuff coming in. Russ don't want to be a Russian QB anymore. I don't think he wants to be either. I think he just wants to live a solid, happy life and have more babies with Sierra. That's an MVP. I mean, the picks that they gave up, I don't even know what context you were saying that in, Larry, but for the picks that they gave up, you would think they went and got them a franchise quarterback. They got a head coach that didn't want to do the work with the Saints and make them a contender again. Facts. Who dat? Yeah, who dat? If he was really the big deal, if he was really worth the first, second round, he would have did it with the Saints. He would have turned the Saints back around and got back there again. But he didn't have Drew Brees. He don't have what it takes. They gave up too many picks. They're going to be fourth in the AFC West if the Raiders get a quarterback. If not, they'll be third. But it doesn't move the needle for me. I don't believe in Sean Payton. And honestly, I'm happy the Broncos did it because it only means that they'll be bad continuing for years to come. What else we got going on in here? We gladly took those picks. Absolutely. I'm bet you the Saints got away with robbery right there. Wilson is still the man. They have to get him some help around him. Better O-line and better receivers. I think their receivers were decent. Jerry Jeudy ain't a bad receiver. I think the O-line is decent. I think they underplayed. I saw that. I saw Derek Carr is going to visit New Orleans Saints. But I'm gonna be honest. Hey, Derek Carr ain't nothing to be happy about either, though. I mean, I watched this man for a long time, and he's not gonna lose you the game. Well, no, he will lose you a game. He's known to throw an interception. What did my boy? Do you guys remember Moody Muhammad Shakir? He said immaculate interception. Sutton is a bargain. Is a bargain Metcalf. I mean, look. Oh, I'm not happy about that. Oh, you're not happy about the Derek Carr thing. I wouldn't be happy about it. But yeah, it looks like they might get Derek Carr. And Derek Carr will lose you a game, even though he's more touted as a game manager. I don't like game managers that can lose you games. But, I mean, the Broncos, they got a decent team. They have a really nice defense. They have Patrick Surtain II, but I still don't believe in that team, especially after watching them last year. Russell Wilson just don't have that juice. I mean, put it in perspective, we really thought highly of Russell Wilson, and Geno Smith broke all his records this year. I mean, how great was Russell Wilson really with the Seahawks? Was he more just, I mean, remember everybody was like, let Russ cook when he was with the Seahawks? Cook what? Maybe they were trying to tell us something. We're not going to let Russ cook because he can't cook. I mean, let's see. They'll win one more game than last year. Hey, how many games did they win last year, by the way? Anybody know that stat? How many games did the Broncos win last year? Russ is on his way. Russ is in his own head, yo. Hey, Russ is completely in his own head. The fact that he wanted people to know that he was doing, what was it, high steps on the plane to avoid jet lag? What is that? What is the need to tell people that? Like, there is no reason to even talk, like, even if you did it, even if you do that to avoid jet lag, what's the point of telling people? Unless you're trying to prove something. You're working a little bit too hard. Like, you're overcompensating something, my guy. In all fairness, the receivers dropped a lot of Russ passes this season as well. I think they'll start meshing together much better this season. I think Russ should have got the ball to them without the DB coming to hit them or worried about. Look, all right, I'm making a lot of excuses. 5-12. You know what? I agree with Muhammad Shakir. I think they'll be 6-11 next year. And I think that will be good for third in the AFC West. I think they're going to be third in the AFC West unless the Raiders get, I don't know, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, if they get a young guy, they still need another year. But if the Raiders go into the next season with Jarrett Stidham, I will welcome that. I will welcome a Jarrett Stidham-led Raiders team in the AFC West, because then I can see them going 4-13. But that is all I have this week on Radio Dario. Like I said, Dario Scenarios. I believe Sean Payton, you're good for 6-11 next season, buddy. That's my hot take going into the next season. Way too early before I see what they do in free agency and everything. But yeah, doesn't move the needle for me. But excited to have you guys back and be back live with you radio listeners. We're going to be back next week for episode 20. I'm going to try to have my formats and stuff like that all down so we can do jump into some different screens with that fair or foul. I didn't know about the poll thing. That's super dope. We need to figure out how to incorporate that on the screen. I don't know how to do it, but also let me know what you guys thought about the format with those games. I'm planning on going into every week with that, starting off every first quarter with that fair or foul, go over some topics, discuss if they were fair or foul, the take, what is the audience take on it, give you my take on it, want to hear what you guys' thoughts are, go into some game picks, the who that player, we're going to do that every week. This is childish, but I kind of got the idea from at the end of every on commercial breaks, watching Pokemon back in the day. He used to be like, who's that Pokemon? And you would come back and it would show you who that Pokemon was. So I kind of got the idea from that, but I like doing that, who that player, who that. So throw some players up there. It could be football, basketball, change it up a little bit. This is just test you guys' sports knowledge with a little bit of sports trivia there. Keep everybody participating. Doing a buzzer beater rundown. I don't know if we're gonna keep that. Let me know what you guys think. Let's build this show together and let's continue to have fun with it. I appreciate everything you guys do. Appreciate the support. Like I said, I know we were away for a little bit, but we're back now. Gone for a minute, but I'm back now. All right, that's enough. But I'm gonna see y'all next week. Have a good night. Later.